Hello everyone, in this video I'll be explaining the problem meeting rooms 3. So it's a hard type of problem, but I don't think so it's a hard, it's easy only. So once you solve the meeting room 1, 2 and then let's go to 3. So I've made videos on meeting room 1 and 2. So you can go to I buttons or you can look into description. So I'll be pasting there the links. So I'd highly recommend please watch that because before moving to this you'll understand. I'm using some concept like end times and all, and then I'll be sorting based on starting why I'm sorting based on start time. So I've explained there. So let's go to the problem. Even if you don't look into, so you will understand this. But yeah, it is like cherry on the cake. Yeah. So let's read out the problem. You are given an integer n. There are n rooms numbered from 0 to n minus 1. Okay, so we have n rooms, they have said, and meeting rooms. You are given 2D integer array meetings where meetings of I start of I and end of I means that a meeting will be held during the half closed interval. So half mathematically, if you can see, it's like starting is included and time is not included, right? So all the values of start times are unique. Also, they have said meetings will start at unique times. There is no way like two meetings is starting at the same time. So this is also very important. So this is giving a hint like we need to sort based on start time. So meetings are allocated to rooms in the following manner. So each meeting will take place in unused rooms with the lowest number. Okay, so obviously a meeting will happen in unused room only, but they are saying there may be multiple unused rooms, so you should choose the meeting room which has the lowest number. So room numbers are from 0 to n minus 1, so we need to choose lowest number. So I think this is clear. Even if it is not clear, don't worry, I'll be telling each point in board also and during the example explanation also. So if there are no available rooms, the meeting will be delayed until a room becomes free. So it may happen that all the rooms are occupied. So a particular meeting which is getting like we should start at this particular time will get delayed, right? So we should wait. We should delay that meeting. It's not like we should skip that meeting. So the delayed meeting should have the same duration as the original. So yeah, like if meeting is delayed, so whatever duration is there, that should have the same duration. And it should the same when a room becomes unused, meeting that have an earliest or original start time should be given the rooms. So there may be multiple delayed meetings, right? So whichever meeting has this lowest end time, sorry, start time, like which meeting should be started first, that meeting is given uh, the room which is unused, which room gets unused. Like if there are meetings going on, so whichever meeting is done, so that room will be unavailable, I mean available. So the delayed meetings whichever has less time, less start time, so that should given the precedence. So don't worry, I'll tell you all these things. So return the number of the room that held the most meeting. So there are 0 to n minus 1 like n rooms. So which room has held the most meeting, so that we need to return. If there are multiple rooms, return the room with the lowest answer. So it may happen that like room number 2 and 3 both has uh, held meetings, three meetings. So which is lower? Two, room number 2 is lower, so we should return lower. So whenever there is a clash, so we need to return the lowest room number. And they're saying a half closed interval, um, a to b is the interval between a and b, including a, not including b. So I think those who are good at mathematics, they'll definitely know this. Even if you don't know, I'll tell you. So yeah, so we have example 1 wherein we have two meetings or two meeting rooms, and then there are four meetings: 0, 10, 1, 5, 2, 7, 3, 4. So let me go to the board and explain you. So let me take example as well. We have 0, 10, then 1, 5, 2, 7, then we have 3, 4. Okay, and this is we have ns2 two meetings room we have. and then this is meetings. So in the question, what they've said is we have n rooms, and this is meeting rooms, okay, and its room numbers are from 0 to n minus 1. Obviously, like if you're counting from 0, so it will go to n minus 1. So in total we have n rooms. Now the question says we have, let's say, m meetings, okay, length of meetings if you take. So we have m meetings, right? So these meetings we need to place in rooms in such a way that first condition is that um, let me see. First condition is that each meeting will be placed in the unused rooms. Yeah. So whichever room is empty, in empty room you have to place the meeting, and it is obvious. And you have to place the meeting in lowest empty room, not just empty room. It should be lowest empty room. Okay. And the second condition is that if all rooms are occupied, then the present meeting has to be delayed. Okay, it should be delayed, and whichever rooms become available uh, and having the lowest room number, so we should put in that room this present meeting. Okay, and its duration will be same. Meeting duration will be same. And the third point says yeah, like second part says it should be delayed, and third point says it should be put in smallest. Okay, it is saying meeting which have lowest start time and it is saying that delayed meeting. Okay, delayed meeting with the lowest start time should go first. Where should go? It should go in the lowest empty room. So looks somewhat scary, but it is very easy. So what I'll try to do is we have two meeting rooms. I'll draw here this meeting room 0 and this is meeting room number 1. So first thing first, what I'll try to do is I'll try to sort the meetings in starting time. Based on start time, I'll sort the meeting. Why I'm doing that is that because, let me see. Yeah. So why I'll be sorting based on start time? Because we have unique start time. We have unique start times. Okay, all the meetings will not start at the. I mean, any meeting will not start at the same time. So it's like all the meetings will start at their own time. So that's why I'll sort based on start time, which will make sure this will give a clear picture. So which meeting is starting first based on start time. If you sort, this will give clear picture which meeting is going to be placed in the rooms. That's why I'm sorting. I think this point you have understood. So it is already sorted, but still we need to sort it because some other test case may be not sorted. So it is generally a good idea to sort. So the first meeting is starting at 0 and ending at 10. So what I'll try to do is I'll just try to insert end time. Okay, initially let's say end time is 0. It's like we don't have any meeting, which means so the meeting which is starting at 0 and ending at 10. So we will check in this rooms which are available. So if you see the starting time of this particular meeting, because this meeting we are trying to held in a room, So the starting time of meeting which are going should be greater than equals to the rooms this are we are showing the end times here, right? So it will be rooms end time. Let me call end time as vector. So it will be rooms of end time of some index. Don't worry, I'll tell you what is this. So we'll initialize one vector of type int. Its name will be end time. Okay, and its size is n because we have n rooms. So this end time, what it does is keep track of end times of meeting, which means it will tell it's the end time. So so obviously, like if you see, you have to travel from the lowest number, because whichever room is available and it has the lowest number, that we should in that room we should place. That's why I'll be moving from left to right. So I'll see, here we have 0 and 0 lesser than equals to start time is also 0. So it's like this meeting is ending at 0, but in the question they've said here start of I comma end of I, and this is square, this is included, this is not included. So that's why even if a meeting is ending at this time and the starting time of the other meeting are same, so we can choose that, because it's like it will end before this only, this is not included. So here 0 equals 0 is true, so I'll try to place this meeting in this room. So I'll insert this end time here, which means meeting room is occupied by uh, m1 meeting. Okay, and it is ending at 10. Now I'll move to the next meeting. So this meeting is starting at 1, ending at 5. I'll see. Okay, so here we have a meeting going on which is ending at 10, but this will start at 1. So this will not be available. This is occupied. Now I'll move forward and see. This we have a certain meeting. Initially 0 means we don't have any meeting only. So uh, it's like this meeting is ending at 0 and this meeting is starting at 1. So it's like it is free. So we can put this. So I'll try to place 5 here, end the time. So it's like this meeting will be ending at 5. Okay, so 2 meetings so far, 2 rooms, good. I'll move forward. When I move forward, I'll try to check. This meeting is ending at 10, but it is starting at 2. So this is occupied. Same thing, this meeting is starting at 2, but this is ending at 5. So it is occupied. So both rooms are occupied. So when time moves forward, okay, uh, so at 5, this will be available, this room will be available, right? So whenever you see in the array all rooms are occupied, you try to see whichever has a lesser end time. So this has less end time. So this meeting, what will happen is will occupy here. Why? Because all rooms are occupied. Whichever has a less end time, that is going to be freed. So this will be freed at 5. Okay, let me write here the same way. It will be 5 because this is lowest. Okay, now this meeting I'll try to place it here. So what is the duration of the meeting? So 7 minus 2, which is giving you 5. Now it's like at 5 this is going to end the meeting, and when you place this meeting till 5 plus duration of this meeting is going to be occupied. So 5 plus 5 is 10. So it's like we have placed this meeting at this position only. So I'll maintain frequency also. I'll take one variable, sorry, not variable, same vector, and frequency also I'll call vector of time int and frequency whose size is also n. So it will store frequency of that. So we have placed only one meeting here, which is 1, and when we had 5, so it's like one meeting we have placed here. Now we are placing one more meeting here. So its end time is 10 now, but it's like 2 meetings were placed. Okay, so far so good. So when we're at this position, this meeting is starting at 3, but if you see, this is ending at 10. So it is occupied. When you move forward, this is ending at 10, this is also occupied. So it's like no place is there, I mean no meeting rooms are there. So you need to find which is has the smallest ending time. So in this both have the same ending time, which is like both have smallest. But in the question they have said you have to choose the lowest meeting room. So definitely I'll choose this. So what I'll try to do is I'll try to place this meeting at this position. So it will end at 10, but this is starting at 3. So this meeting is going to be delayed, but the duration of meeting is 4 minus 3, which is 1. So if this meeting starts at 10, so it will end at 11. So 10 plus 1 is going to be 11. And here you have placed the meeting. Okay. So you have placed the meeting. Now all meetings are done. Now we will move to the frequency vector and check which has got the more frequency, because in the question they've asked you have to find the room which has held most meetings. So in this case both the meetings have held the same number of meetings, which is 2 and 2, but they have said if there is a clash you need to return the lowest. So here answer is 0. So meeting room number 0 have occupied, have held the most meeting. So I think the explanation part is clear. So in this way only I'll be solving this problem statement. I think you guys can take some more examples and try to solve in this way. You can take this example and try to solve. So yeah, it is going to be similar thing. Let me now try to write this pseudocode. The first thing first, what we'll do is we'll sort the meetings. Sort the meetings. Simply sort the meetings because we have starting time first, then ending time. So it will be sort based on starting time only. When you start it, now initialize two vectors whose types are int. One will be end time, which keeps track of end time, and other will be frequency, and their size should be n. What is n? N is basically size of the meeting. Okay. Now third thing what you have to do is you have to move you have to take each meetings and try to place it. Okay. So the logic just whatever I explained you, that will be the thing. So in the first for loop it will happen is from 0 to n minus 1 you'll move, you'll pick one meeting. Its start time is going to be for meetings, let me call it as m, because I'll not write this much. So it is going to be I of 0, it is starting, and your end time is going to be meeting of I comma 1. Now in the again other for loop, what we'll do is we'll try to move from 0 to let me call it as m. Okay. What m here means is that meetings dot size, and here I told you n is like meetings dot size. So no, it is not. N is basically a number of rooms, and m is meetings dot size. Okay. So all the meetings I'm placing, where I'm placing into rooms from 0 to n minus 1. So in for loop, what I'll check is if you find this end time of j is lesser than or equals to start time of this particular meeting. So in that case it's like you have found one meeting room which is empty, so you just place there. Why you need to place there? In that only because since you are starting from 0 to n minus 1, so lowest room you have got it. So that's why what I need to do is I'll take one index variable. Initially let me put it as -1. Okay. So your index is going to be increased to set to j, and you need to just break out of the loop, break from this for loop. Okay. And when you come out of this loop you have to again check certain things, I'll tell you. So if you have not found any empty room, so you will be checking lowest, right? So here it will be again one more condition. Let me try to write it here. Okay. Now other if condition is going to be you need to check the lowest. If all rooms are occupied, so you need to check the lowest end time. So I'll take one more variable. let me call it lowest and time let. Okay, lowest and time, and initially I'll set that as int max. Okay, int max starting it will be. So I'll check if this lowest end time is greater than end time of j. End time of j is like meetings end time. So if that is the case, then your lowest end time is going to be set to end time of j, and your index is set to be j. So this will make sure we have in case of you find the room, so you'll definitely you'll be inserting into that index uh, particular room number which is on index. But if you have not found that, so you'll be having the lowest end time index, right? So it's like when you come out of this for loop, you need to check if uh, what you need to one need to I mean what you need to check is the starting time of this particular meeting. If start time of that particular meeting is greater than equals to end time of index, end time of index is that you have got a room whose end time you have. Okay, and if its end time is lesser than equal to start time, which means that room is actually empty and you can place that meeting. So when you're placing that meeting, so its end time is going to be simply the end time of the meeting's end time, this end time. You understand, right? Because that meeting is empty only, and it is starting at start time but ending at 10 time. So you'll have to insert that. Else it's like no meeting room is empty. Now you have to make sure in the smallest I mean the meeting which is getting over soon, in that place you'll be inserting, and that is going to be plus equals to, because its end time we have certain, and then the duration will have to end of the meeting, and duration is going to be end minus start, right? So you have understood this, like duration whatever you're adding, it's like end time, and this end time current meeting's end time will be added, and it's like that room is occupied till that time. So when you've done this, now when you're coming out of this for loop, what we have to check is we have to check the, I'll write here, check most frequency, and then return the room number. So don't worry, I'll tell in the code also. Let's try to code it up. I think the main thing is that you have to understand the problem. So what I believe is you have understood the problem statement, and then intuition also, like how I'll be solving. Let's try to code it up. So let me erase this code. First thing first, as I said, we need to sort this meeting. In the meetings 1 and 2, you were writing compare function because its type was here interval, but here its type is vector. So your sort function will understand vector of int. So we don't need to do anything. Just write it, it will sort based on start time. And since all start times are unique, as they said here, so so it will sort properly. Next I'll take m, which is like meetings size. Okay, next I'll take two vectors, as I said, and the time. These are like we have n rooms, and all has n time of which is holding the meetings end time, and then frequency of n, like particular rooms how many meeting is held. Okay, so one by one I'll take meetings. So meeting start time is going to be meetings of I comma 0, and end time is going to be meetings of I comma 1. We have got these two. Now index you need to take. Initially it is nothing. I'll take lowest and time. It is initially, let's say, int max. Okay, now I'll have to check. We're going through the rooms now. So we have room from 0 to n minus 1, where we are checking if end time of that meeting room is lesser than equals to my meeting start time, which means we have got definitely the uh, empty room. So it's like your index is going to be j, and just break out of the loop. Okay, so even if you get at least one empty room, so you'll be placing there this particular meeting. If you have not found, which means you need to check the second condition. If lowest and time is greater than end time of this particular meeting, which means you have got the meeting which is getting over sooner than the present um, room number. So your lowest end time is going to be end time of j, and your index is going to be j. And here we will not be breaking because we are checking the lowest the meeting which is getting unoccupied like soon. So when you come out of this loop, you will have index. Now you need to check if and the time of that index is lesser than equals to start time of this particular meeting. Particular meeting means this I meeting that you are placing. So it's like that room is um, unused, so we can use that. So when you're using that, so its end time is going to be and the time of this particular meeting, because that is unoccupied, and your meeting is starting at start time, ending at end time. So it will be end time only. Else, like no meeting you have got as unoccupied, all meetings are occupied. You are just inserting where the meeting is going to end soon. So your end time of that index is going to be the duration of that meeting, whatever end time is there right now, plus the duration of that meeting. The duration of that meeting is end time minus start time. Okay, now I'll take one room as the answer, and I'll take frequency, which is, let's say, initially int minimum. Okay, I'll run through this whatever rooms you have, meeting rooms, and at the end here also you need to increase frequency of index is going to be increased, which means at this particular room we are just placing this meeting. So it's like we need to increase that its frequency. So it's like that room has occupied held one meeting. Okay, so we need to check if your frequency is lesser than frequency of this index I. So we have got a room who has held more meetings, so your frequency has to be frequency of I, and then your room number is going to be this particular room number I. So in case of equality, like frequency equals to frequency, then you need to choose the lowest set, so it will not move into if it is room is not getting updated. So yeah, at the end we'll have to just return the room. Let's try to run it. It is getting test sample test cases are running. Let's try to submit it. Okay, here we have integer overflow, so let's use this test case. And why is it happening, I'll tell you. Say start at any time are 5 into 10 power 5, and we have 10 power 5 meetings. So if you multiply this, then it is going to be 5 into 10 power 10. So definitely, like this is overflowing the integer, so we need to make sure this is initialized as long, end time, because end time will make sure we are summing the meetings end time, right? So that's why. And the frequency we can put it as vector of int only, because we are at max we have 10 per 5 meetings, so this is within the integer range. So yeah, now let's start to run it. um we're getting it wrong. So okay, when we are trying to run it, so the problem here is, see, your end time is long run type, but your lowest end time what you're taking is integer type, so you need to take, long, and this will be long max. So yeah, because of overflow, it was going wrong. Let's try to run it now. So yeah, it is getting, test cases are getting passed. Let's try to submit it. So it got accepted. So in this way, you could have, solved this problem. So if you try to analyze the time complexity of this, so this is taking off m, and meeting length is 10 per 5, and this loop is taking n, and n is max of 100. So it is like 10 per 5 into 100, 10 per 7. So this entire nested for loop is taking 10%, which is within the 10 per 8. So this will not give TLE. And space if you see, we are using two n size vectors, so it is like constant. And this one we are taking n log n. Sorry, m log n, not n, m log n. So yeah, in this way you could have easily solved the problem. So I think you guys have understood it, and you need to just take care of the overflows. So which is like clearly depicted in this particular video. So when we try to take all ints and you're getting overflow, and yeah, thank you guys for watching the video.